Okay. 10.2, we are going through trapezoids, the rhombus, and the kite. So the area of a trapezoid is A equals the height times base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. Again, your base and your height have to be perpendicular. It doesn't matter which one's base 1 or base 2. It doesn't matter. Your height, though, again, it has to be perpendicular to the bases. So sometimes I'll give you this side, and that means nothing in this case. So for the perimeter, it means something, but not for the area. Let me erase that. Okay, so let's look at this first one here. I have to give you a little bit more information. This guy right here is 15, and we have 23. So first thing, set it up. A equals my height, which is 9, times 15 plus 23, divided by 2. Now, when you're doing this, you got to remember order of operations. So we do what's in the parentheses first. So I have 15 plus 23 gives me 38, divided by 2. Now you're going to multiply. So we have 342 divided by 2. And so your area would be 171 units squared. Okay? Piece of cake, right? For this guy right here, if the area of a trapezoid is 55 inches squared, the height is 10 inches, and a base is 7, what is the length of the other base? So we could say that H is 10, A is 55, and let's say that base 1 is 7. So we need to figure out what base 2 is. Okay? So let's put that into our formula. A, I know, is 55, equals H, which is 10, times my B1, which is 7, plus B2, we don't know what that is, all over 2. So how would we go about and solve this? You want to multiply both sides by 2. So we get 110 equals 10 times 7 plus b squared. Now we're going to take that 10 and we're going to distribute it. So I have 110 equals 70 plus 10b2. Subtract 70 on both sides. So I get 4d equals 10b2. Divide both sides by 10. And my b2 is just 4. Okay? So that's your second base, would just be 4 inches. Okay? Let's move on. Okay, so for this one, I do need to give you more information as well. This here is 8. I'm going to give you this as 8. And this, the height is 4. So we have to figure out the rest here. And here you'll notice that you also have a triangle. Now, we do have a special right triangle because we have a 45, 45, 90. And what do we know about 45, 45, 90s? That their legs are exactly the same. So, if this is 4, then the other leg is 4 as well. And that would mean that this guy over here is 4 too. And now I have, I know that that's 8 because it's parallel to up there. So now I know that this whole base down here is going to be 16. And now I can just put it in there as A equals 4 times 8 plus 16 over 2, which gives me an area of 48. Okay, the area formulas for the area of a kite and a rhombus are exactly the same. You're taking diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 and dividing it by 2. The diagonals are going to be found inside the shape. So for the kite, again, the diagonals are in the kite, but they are also perpendicular. They're 90 degrees. Same with the rhombus. It's inside those diagonals. I have them in red in the rhombus, but they are also perpendicular. So you always want to look for that, that 90-degree angle sign. So let's try a few problems. Here I gave you some more information. So I have A equals this full diagonal, the longest one is going to be 24, times my shorter diagonal is 16 divided by 2. I get an area of 192 inch, it doesn't matter, units squared. Piece of cake, right? For this kite, again, A equals my shorter diagonal is 10 times my longer diagonal, which is 18. Divide that by 2. I get an area of 90 units squared. Right. Okay, H and I are going to be your exit tickets, and they are slightly more difficult, but I just want to see how you can do. I kind of gave you some hints on 5. We have, a kite is made up of 4 rectangles, or sorry, not rectangles, triangles. And then I also just wanted to just point out that here we have a kite, which is, I think, the more obvious one to see. But then we also have a parallelogram. So just another hint for you. Okay? That's your exit ticket, and 10.2 is worksheet is already on as well. Have a good day. Bye.